I want to set this off by saying rest in peace to Big Scarr, the South Memphis rising star who passed away in late December of 2022 at the very young age of 22 years old. Now, I had been following Big Scarr's music since his first mixtape, Big Grim Reaper, back in 2021, and I had liked the energy and the hunger that he was rapping with, and I thought he had some potential moving forward. Big Scarr would switch up his flow often and go into different pockets with ease, and even though he hadn't been rapping for a long time prior to his first mixtape, you just got the sense that he had something. But getting right into this new project, The Secret Weapon, this is Big Scarr's Posthumous album, which is coming roughly 2 months after his passing. And from my understanding, most of it was already completed. So the 1017 CEO and rap legend Gucci decided it was a good time for it to drop. It contains 17 tracks lasting approximately 37 minutes. The features are Key Glock, who Scarr was actually scheduled to go on tour with this year. Pusheisty, who is Scarr's blood cousin, Gucci, as well as the artists Enchanting and Seti Hendrix. For the production, we have the Memphis producer Bandplay providing a chunk of the beats, and Bandplay has been my favorite trap producer for a while now. Additional production was handled by Go Grizz and Drumlord, but with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track by track breakdown. The opener, Keep Going, is somewhat of a perseverance anthem. It's backed by a plucking and melodic beat. It's just one verse and a hook, but overall it's a solid opener about how Scarr stayed down to come up. Track 2, Trapping and Rapping, featuring Gucci, has this really superb atmospheric trap beat from Bandplay. There's a catchy hook from Scarr reminding us that trapping and rapping are two things that he does with ease. But as a whole, it's a banger and one of the highlights from the project. Track 3, First Time in Vegas, has a more menacing tone. I like the darker pianos and the flow Scarr uses here. It's another banger for sure, where he's reflecting on his days in the trap, having the flush works and getting rid of that scale when the narcs came, and even having to do some jail time. He also talks about his first time in Vegas with the So Icy gang and how they were rocking stages. He also had a rest in peace shout out to Young Dolph. Next is Skirt Skirt, which has a smoother and wavy beat. Can't say there were that many standout bars here, but he was having some fun and the production was solid. After this is another one where we get a return to the darker, tense pianos. It's a simple but effective trap beat. Scarr came through with some braggadocious lines here, really talking his talk. Bitch, I'm going for the win. I do it with no pad and no pen. This the shit you got in advance. I walk through the mall with that shit sticking out my pants. The next track is Toe Tag with Key Glock, and this is set to a fun but maniacal beat from Go Grizz. That's one of the highlights. I did like the chemistry between Glock and Scarr, as on a first listen, I couldn't really detect when Glock started rapping because the two were that in sync. It's a shame we will never get a collab from these two, as I feel they will make for a good duo. Scarr shouts out Dolph once more with Bitch, I'm the man on my side like I'm Flipper. And Key Glock delivers with an icy verse. I liked when he said, yeah, Glizzock the name, and I know you remember. Tool on my side, just like Bob the Builder. Right after is Try Being Me, which has this Asian-styled trap beat from Drumlord that was different. And on here, Scarr is talking his talk, flexing and exuding a lot of confidence. He states, no, they ain't stopping my legacy. There's more of this rags to riches narrative found here with gotta thank God that I made it out poverty, long way from kick doors and robbery. Track 8, Go, has this suspenseful and plotting beat from Bandplay. That's one of my favorites. Now, it's just one verse and a hook, but I love the raw quality to it. And he states, I've been seeing it. Secretly dudes trying to copy the flow. No, I told her I'm special like magic, because after we F, then I turned to a ghost. Following this is Having Fun, which has this almost video game sounding beat from Bandplay that's raw and kind of lo-fi. Track 10, Angel Dust with Pooh Shiesty has this dreary beat from Drumlord. It's a cool under 2 minute track with Scarr and Pooh Shiesty repping that double R gang. And I don't know the current status on Pooh Shiesty's incarceration, but hopefully he can get out sooner than later, as he is the most talented on the 1017 roster that we have left. Track 11, Straight Like That, has another stellar trap beat from Bandplay. I love the inclusion of the violin, and here Scarr gives us more of those coming from nothing to something type bars. And there is a flawless transition into the next track, I'm Him, which has a similar Dirty South style beat with more string. Here, Big Scarr talks about hopping on a beat and going Super Saiyan, but he continues to remind us of his humble beginnings with bars like, I was stuck in that mug, bitch, with no helping hand. Section 8, baby, eat food out the can. Track 13, Mood, does show off more of Scarr's introspective side over this melancholy beat. And here he's really talking, letting us in on the treachery that he observed coming up in the streets, but also in the rap game. He advises, gotta watch who you be calling your friend and your partner. They'll pop you and show up at your weight. The following song, Can't Lose with Enchanting, is a change of pace in that it is sunnier and more upbeat, but the auto-tune hook from Enchanting, it's just not my cup of tea. I could appreciate though the sentiment and the subject matter here as well as the beat, but it's not a song that I likely return to. The same could be said for the next track, Not in My League with Seddy Hendrix. So while I like the wavy late 2000s style instrumental, I didn't particularly care for Seddy Hendrix's auto-tune vocals. The second to last song, Understand It, has a ghostly and haunting instrumental, which really complements his more reflective lyrics. And he's acknowledging that all the dirt he did in the streets brought him nothing but hate and problems. So we are seeing more insight from him here. I like the slower flow that he's using here as well. And he offers up some positive closing words on how God blessed him with his current position in the rap world. And the project wraps up with Face It, which has a moody, meditative beat that goes hard, although it's just one verse at under a minute and a half. But it is here where Big Scarr gets his most reflective and most transparent about his drug use, stating, I usually get high to heal all my problems, but that shit ain't work. Gotta talk it out. And this is extra chilling and sad considering the nature to which he died. He further raps, I tried the pills to heal my pain, but that shit couldn't erase it. Sometimes I dream about death. They want me dead, won't let them take it. So it's a really somber way to wrap things up indeed. And you can't help but feel that frustration on how he was taken out of here. So overall, I give this project a rating of 3.5 mics. I think as far as posthumous albums go, it was solid, much like the recent Dolph album. It plays mostly well from front to back with not too many skips. I only didn't care for track 14 and 15. Yeah, it's a little rough around the edges at times, but it mostly plays like a raw mixtape with those Memphis bangers. And it just showed more of his potential. And it's sad and frustrating that his life was cut so short, because you could really tell that he would have continued to have done big things and been an even bigger and better artist. Long live Big Scarr, man. My favorite tracks include Trappin' and Rappin', First Time in Vegas, Toe Tag, Tryna Be Me, Doe, Straight Like That, I'm Him, Mood, and Understand It. Let me know what you thought about this album in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Muff. I'm signing out, but please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. As always, it's peace and blessings. Big Scarr, the secret weapon, 1.